Hello, welcome to the Horror of It All Movie Podcast, video edition. Today I'm going to be doing kind of an unboxing, kind of a more of a just a showing of collection type thing. I've got a lot of 4K's recently. A lot of them are arrows. They put out some really cool ones that have come out this week and recently as well. Not just this week, but stuff that I've got. One being the new Scream. I know a lot of people have got that on 4K. Just a basic. There's on the inside, there's just the disc. There's no like reverse wrap or anything. Of course, I'm sure people will figure that. For Scream 5, because that's what it is. We as fans know what it is, and even the movie knows what it is. If you have seen it, if you haven't seen it, that's not really giving anything away. But Scream 5 on 4K. This is one that I was excited to get because it was a really good deal on Amazon. I did open this, but from Arrow, Flash Gordon 4K. Not horror, but I have wanted this. And there is a reverse wrap, of course. Has that artwork. Ton of special features. I'll reel off some of them because, it is Arrow after all. So you know there's going to be a lot of special features. Where are we? There's an archive audio commentary, a couple of those, interviews with actors, Sam J. Jones, Melody Anderson, Brian Blessed, Queen icon Brian May, with the composer, with the poster designer, tons of stuff. An archive documentary behind the scenes of Flash Gordon. Yeah, there's a lot of archival stuff on here, and I don't own it at all, so awesome. What a way to do it introduce it with 4K, so to speak, with all these features. Lost in Space, Nick Riggs, Flash Gordon, a new documentary. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff. An episode of the animated Flash Gordon TV show. Cast and crew for the first time filming the 35th anniversary reunion. 35th anniversary reunion featurette with cast and crew. Entertainment Earth on Flash Gordon merchandise. It just goes on, and of course it does, because you would expect nothing less from Arrow. This came out in 2020, but I didn't have it, and I really wanted it on 4K. So yeah, Flash Gordon. All right, now let's get into it. This is another more, I guess, one like Scream 5, where more of a, I guess, Hollywood-y type movie. But hey, with the director being Guillermo del Toro and everything, I loved Nightmare Alley. It was one of my favorite movies that I've seen so far this year. I'm glad that it's finally out on 4K. I can hold it. It was really cool seeing it at the theater because I honestly had no idea. I didn't really do too much research on the movie. I just knew I wanted to see the new movie with Guillermo del Toro's new movie. And when I went, it was a re-release and it was black and white. But I didn't know that. And I'm watching the movie like, has this always been in black and white? And then when I got home, I did research and I got a rare showing, I guess, when it went back into the theater in black and white. This is in color. Again, I haven't watched this Blu-ray. I haven't even opened 4K. I haven't even opened it, but I have seen the movie. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. This is what you get on the inside. You just get Blu-ray and the 4K disc, and of course, more of a Hollywood-type movie, I guess. There's no reverse or anything, But yeah, I am super excited to have this finally. I love the movie. I can't recommend it enough. Nightmare Alley on 4K. There's not a lot on the special features aspect, but there usually isn't on these type of releases. Bonus extras include behind-the-scenes featurettes and more. That's all it says. But yeah. All right, let's get into this. This came out recently, I believe. I think it might have been this week. I can't remember. It was either this week or last week. I feel like it was recent, though. No, maybe not this week, but it was recent. The Sword and the Sorcerer 4K from Scream Factory. Pretty cool. Again, it's kind of like an unboxing. I'm opening it. I know some people call that an unboxing. I'm sure there's a reverse wrap. Yes, there is. I will be flipping it because it's different. Ooh, yeah. It's different from the slipcover. You get a Blu-ray and a 4K. I know a bit different, you know, it's the whole sword and sorcery type movies, but I have fun with these movies, I personally do. What are we looking at on here? On the 4K, there's just an audio commentary, which, you know, that's usually what you would have. It has the commentary with the director. Special features on the Blu-ray include a new 4K scan of the original negative, of course, because it's 4K, a new audio commentary with the director, which is the same one I'm sure on the 4K. Interviews with actress Kathleen Beller, co-writer and co-producer John Stuckmeyer. I think that's how you say his name. I'm terrible with names, as you know if you've watched my channel. Interview with the editor, an interview with the special effects people, and of course it says "and more." Now, people can get away with this with these because they're kind of just thrown out there. But that's the one thing I'm not a fan of with Scream Factory and Shout Factory. I guess I get it on the aspect of, so this is done, you know, like the wrap and the packaging and everything. They don't put all the special features. But you know what? On the other hand, I'm more apt to buy something that I'm not sure about on special features alone sometimes. And if you're not going to give me all the special features, I might pass on it. That's just, you know, how I feel. Trailers from Hell with Marshall Harvey on The Sword and the Sorcerer. Definitely super excited about that one. Again, that just came out from Scream Factory recently. Check it out. Check out that 4K. Another more, I don't want to call this Hollywood, but it's more of the usual release. But still, it's nice. I did want to mention on this, I don't think I have any more like that. I'm not a fan of these slipcovers. I know some people are like, oh, whatever, man, get over it. Like, but, you know, with being basically a collector of movies, which I heard something interesting recently. Brad from Vinegar Syndrome said something about, he doesn't feel like he's a collector because for him, he feels like collectors are, I'm probably getting this wrong, but something along the lines of, like, you just collect it and you don't watch it. He's like, I just buy movies to watch them, which is cool. So maybe that's why he doesn't consider himself a collector. I personally do, but I'm both. Like, obviously I get them to watch them, and sometimes multiple times, of course. Like, get your money's worth, so to speak, especially if it's one of your favorite movies. But I also feel like I do collect them, especially certain, like, labels, like Vinegar Syndrome or Severin or Arrow. I got definitely some more arrows here. I got a few. But anyway, the next one is that I got recently. It came out maybe like last month, but I'm very eager to see this. Edgar Wright's new movie, Last Night in Soho. I've heard some great things, so I'm not really going to go into this because, I mean, it's what you would expect. It's got a Blu-ray and a 4K, and yeah, and a code, of course, but I'm not going to show that. But yeah, anybody in the comments want to comment about what they, you know, if they're a fan of this or not? Because that'd be cool if you want to. You don't have to, but this is one of the first 4Ks out of this batch that I'm going to be watching for sure. All right, this one is the one that's not a 4K, but I wanted to mention it because you had the option to get a 4K if you pre-ordered it from Severin Films. Or just Severin, but this is Severin. Out of the Blue, Dennis Hopper. Pretty cool. This is the Blu-ray. I'm going to open it with you guys. And if anybody hasn't bought from Severin, like probably this past year, Their slipcovers are like Vinegar Syndrome slipcovers, nice and thick, so that's cool. Better than their really tight, thin ones that kind of suck. But yeah. Anyway, right before this was going to be released, I mentioned it on another video that there was another Severin, and that's this one with, but you could upgrade it and do it as 4K. I decided not to because I just wanted to see the movie, and if I decide to upgrade it someday, that's cool. The only adult she admires is Johnny Rotten. She's 15, out of the blue. That's what it says on the front. I've never seen this movie. So that could be why there's no reverse wrap, unfortunately. Was more like, no, I'm good with the Blu-ray, you know, maybe in the future, but another one I'm eager to check out. I've heard some good things, but again, I make up my own mind, because even if you hear terrible things, I'm like, oh, so I'll probably love it. I'm that guy. All right. Next two are more box sets type. This just came out this week. I thought this was more deluxe, but it's not. But whatever. It's still cool to have. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from Arrow on 4K. Comes with book. And that's the other side of the book. But yeah, kind of flip through a little bit here. Some good stuff. Yeah. So that's the 4K. The reverse is this. I'm going to stick with this art that I have. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff on this too because it's Arrow. So yeah. Kind of skim through it with you. Brand new interview with the composer. Brand new interview with the costume designer. New 4K scan. New 4K restoration of the original camera negative by Sony Pictures. Okay. Mary Shelley and the Creation of the Monster, brand new documentary featurette. The origins of the evolution of the Frankenstein story. Dissecting Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, a brand new featurette. Yeah, so there's quite a few things. A lot of things pertaining to more Frankenstein, I'd say, than maybe the movie itself, but there's still movie itself type stuff on it. But yeah, this just came out. Definitely recommend this movie if you're a Frankenstein fan. This is a later one. Robert De Niro plays the monster. But yeah, it's a new Arrow. All right, not my last, but I was gonna say my last Arrow I will save for last. And I haven't opened this yet, and I know a lot of channels have dived into it, but I haven't yet. I haven't even opened mine. The almighty Godfather box set. I didn't go with the Super Deluxe because I really didn't need it. I wanted the disc, and this set's perfect for me. I'm really excited for this. And the Godfather in fucking 4K. Hello. Definitely. I'm going to open this with you guys. Of course, it's got a... Not even a... I guess it's a J card. It's upside down, like the normal, but there's nothing really on the back. That's the only thing I hate. I know it's cheaper and everything. I prefer this printed on there than having a card. I will still save the card. I'm that weirdo, but here we go. All right. Godfather 1 on 4K. And everyone has a tray, in case people are wondering. They're not in the cardboard bullshit. I have another 4K coming that I wasn't going to wait for the video because it's been out for a little while, and I'm sure that people kind of know and everything. But even if that was the case, I'd still show it if I wanted to. But I'm finally going to see Back to the Future, my favorite movie. If people didn't know that, believe it or not, it's horror. I do mostly horror stuff, but Back to the Future and Back to the Future 1, 2, 3 is one movie for me. So that's how you watch it. I don't know how anybody just watches one and then moves on because how one ends and everything, but I won't get into that. But I'll finally get in that on 4K. But I love this art. Godfather on 4K. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Don Vito Corleone. Amazing. Godfather Part 2, one of the greatest sequels of all time. Got the 4K disc. That's the inside here. Sorry about the glare. That's the back. That's the cover again. Love this art. It's really nice. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Michael Corleone. And then, of course, the one that a lot of people aren't a huge fan of, Godfather 3. It's a new cut of the movie, Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. Spoiler alert. But that's all red. I personally really like Godfather 3. I love all of them. I am that guy. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That famous line is on the back. Pretty cool. And of course, what I'm almost just as excited about, the bonus discs. Because we got the original cut of Godfather Part 3, which is awesome. And a bonus Blu-ray of a bunch more special features. That's the inside. We got the back, which is basically the same back as the box. This one's just a little more glossier, I guess, on the box. But yeah, I am very, very, very excited for this. I'm so glad that I was able to get it when it came out. So yeah, put this back together real quick. Godfather box set. That's awesome. Now, I have seen pictures of the bigger box set. If anybody make comments or like add a picture, I don't know if you can even do that, but because I know it comes with different stuff, like different art and stuff like that, in a book, I guess, or something. But I'm usually that guy, but for some reason this time I was like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna stick with this. But yeah, Godfather Trilogy box set. In case anybody's curious, all new special features, full circle, preserving the Godfather, capturing the Corleones through the lens of a photographer, Steve Seporo. I butcher names, I know. The Godfather home movies, restoration comparisons, and then we got all the slew of old stuff that was ported over from other things. Corleone family tree, I'm just skipping through. Introduction to all three movies by the looks. Or no, for The Godfather and Godfather Coda. Making of The Godfather, additional scenes, masterpiece that almost wasn't, Godfather World, whole bunch of great stuff. You can see that at all. I know it's probably a little blurry, but yeah, I am so ready to dive into this bad boy. And this that I just received today, I think this came out yesterday. It came out recently. I never got the Blu-ray, thankfully, but RoboCop 4K from Arrow, fuck yeah. Again, haven't opened it, just got it, so I'm opening it with you guys. It's got a J card. I hate those fucking things, but I keep them. Oh, that's cool, though. At least the back's cool. Usually the back is, like, blank or something, when I'm like, why don't you just print that on there? Oh, boy, there's so much shit on here. All right. When you open it, this is what you get. You got lobby cards, a bunch of those. Looks like a sticker. Yeah. Warning, the property protected by RoboCop. You got the director's cut on 4K. You got the theatrical cut on 4K as well. Poster. Whoops. New art. Original art. Fuck yeah. We got this awesome book. Smells nice and new. I know, I'm just kind of skimming through. But yeah, got an awesome book. Oh man, there's so much stuff on here. Commentary on this is on disc 1, the director's cut. Commentary by director, executive producer, co-writer on... originally recorded for the theatrical cut and re-edited into the 2014 director's cut. Interesting, okay. Commentary with film historian Paul M. Salmon, that's what it looks like. Commentary with fans. So a fan commentary with Christopher Griffiths, Gary Smart, Eastwood Allen. The Future of Law Enforcement, Creating RoboCop, an interview with co-writer Michael Miner. Talk, a conversation between co-writer and filmmakers Ed Bierk, Nicholas McCarthy, Truth of Character, an interview with star Nancy Allen. Yes! I'm excited for that. Sorry, I shook my camera on that one. And I think that's a new interview, by the way. I could be wrong. An interview with Nancy Allen. It might not be, but I thought it was. Casting Old Detroit, an interview with casting director. It just goes on and on and on. Hours and hours of stuff. So this will definitely be cool. I'm skipping a little bit. 2012 Q&A with filmmakers panel featuring bunch of the stars. Peter Weller, Nancy Allen, RoboCop creating a legend, villains of old Detroit, special effects, then and now. 3 archive featurettes from 2017 featuring interviews with cast and crew, or 2007. So this has got tons of ported over shit, which is awesome. So as of right now, I mean, this is the quintessential version, and this is probably the only version that I'm gonna need, because I have a super, I don't even know if there's any special features on it. Blu-ray of the first one. The 2 and 3 that I know maybe a lot of people aren't big on, but I like the sequels too. Not sure about the show, but that's been released. I would like 2 and 3. That would be cool. I don't have those, though. I just have them on DVD. But yeah, there's so much stuff on here. It almost reminds me, because there's so much, reading the Arrow version of City of the Living Dead from a few years ago. That took me, oh my God, I wouldn't even know where to begin how long that is, but there's a lot of great stuff on it. But yeah, it took me quite a while, which I think this one will too, but that is fine. The theatrical, which I've been able to say that because I always say theatrical. I don't know why. They're theatrical. Disc is disc 2, which has a commentary with the director, executive producer, originally recorded for the theatrical version, which I think sounds like is similar to the other one. 2 isolated tracks and composer, edited for television version of the film, featuring alternate dubs, takes, edits of several scenes. 95 minutes, but that's in standard definition only. Split screen comparison between the director's cut and the theatrical cut. That's cool. Theatrical cut and edited TV version. Screen comparison. RoboCop edited for television comparison of alternate scenes, and 2 edited for television versions, including outtakes transferred to HD with recently unearthed 35 blah blah blah. Whew! RoboCop. Arrow. Fucking 4K. Yeah. I will take it, and I'm excited for that. So, that was my video on a bunch of 4Ks that I got recently, other than one, but there was a reason for it, that Severin one that you could upgrade to 4K. A bunch of new releases, a bunch of stuff that's been out for a little bit, but I just got, but yeah. So anyway, if you'd like, check out my other videos on my channel. Sometimes I get rambling. That's just who I am. Talk about different things. As always, I got more videos coming up. I'm in the middle of my top 10 favorite horror movies of the 1980s, and I've been doing each year. The next one will be 1986. That should be soon. I've said it was the next video a couple times, but you know how that goes. Especially for people that do their own videos as well. Sometimes you get other things happen, or you're not able to do it just yet. But I do plan on doing it very, very soon. So, yeah. Anyway, this is. I got. What was I gonna say? Oh, I have a bunch of podcasts too. That's how this channel started. If this is like your first video seeing it, but yeah, check out my other stuff. Like and subscribe if you would like. That would be awesome. So anyway, this has been the Horror of It All movie podcast. I'm Eric. Until next time.